Wow. YouTube doesn't work more. Wow. It totally freaked out on that. What a bummer. No, well, I was playing two videos at once, and then I shut off the video, but then other sound was coming from a invisible video. You know, just like wowzer. Larissa, if you're around, let me know. I prefer to answer your question off camera. Yeah, that might do it, huh? Larissa. Larissa. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful day. Does anyone want to report better than expected results? Are you guys starting to do better? Morning, Nick. Anybody feel like they're in a better trading place than they were, I don't know, recently? Glimpses of hope, moments of ecstasy. I remember when I was in university the first time in 1992. 1992. I was walking down one of my science halls after class, and on the bulletin board there was a sign. And it said, "Due to budget cuts, the light at the end of the hall has been turned off." Hey, by the way, my swing traders, do you get emails or otherwise notifications when I post like a video to the site or leave a comment on the site? Swing traders? No. Yeah. So, anyways, one of the things I did yesterday morning was re-encode all the videos and bumped up the volume by 33%. And so it's significantly better. It's still low, but significantly better. So if you struggled with the sound the first time around, they're much improved, the four videos. And if it still sucks, I'll try to do it again. But I think I listened to it on my laptop, and it was reasonable. All right, I'm waiting for something to happen here on a different screen, and it just ain't happening. It's taking too long. So what's the time? Yeah, we got to move on.com. Yeah, and I apologize for that, but I also thank you for your patience and your flexibility. For some reason, that particular day, my microphone stopped working, and but I could see that it was recording. So I'm like, oh, so, and you guys never have problems. Like right now, you don't have problems with sound. And then I could see it was recording sound. So I'm like, okay, that's good. It's working like it always works. And for some reason, that particular day, the sound was horrible. So what could, you know, and I put in hours of prep, right? So anyways, it should be significantly better. Let's move on.com. I can't wait for this other thing anymore. But I think you got charts, right? So it's a Wednesday, the 8th of March. The 8th. Now it's the middle of the month, almost the middle of the month, 1/3 of the way into the month, and we're preparing for non-farm payrolls on the second Friday of the month. I don't know why. I'm just dumbfounded by that. There's plenty of time to do non-farm payrolls last week. But anyways, what occurs the Wednesday before non-farm payrolls? ADP, another dumb prediction. ADP employment report. Yeah. So a little skippy scalp opportunity for us speculative traders in the foreign exchange market. That comes out at 8:15. That's about 45 minutes, actually closer to 40. So that'll give us an opportunity to scalp the news. We'll also have time to do technical analysis before all this gets started. So without further ado, let's do the intro. Let's get this party started. Life is great. Life is grand. Life is good. Life is beautiful. Oh, you're gonna get what you got. Gonna give what gonna get what you give. Better give it all you got. Is that how it goes? Yeah, YouTube's not working today, so I had to do it myself. So welcome to forex.today. Hey, let me remind you that trading and investing is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you can't afford to lose. Don't trade your rent money. Don't trade your medicine money. Don't trade your beer money. My name is Wayne McDonald. I'm Chief Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Really, so Hans is now having problems with the sound. Is it coming and going? It's pretty loud. I'll see if that can do anything. Yeah, it is a bit low, huh? Well, I'll tell you what. If you make me plug my other mic in, we run the risk of it just simply not working. The room bombs. I'm going to have to shut down the webinar and start it over again. Gee whiz. So it's weird, huh? How come it worked yesterday just fine and now, you know, I haven't done anything different. Hang on. I'm going to plug it in. It's your fault. Yesterday, it's going to be your fault. I'm going to plug it in. What do you think? Should I plug it in? Don't do it. I'm telling you. Please don't touch anything. Just lower my volume. Look at Ben says lower the volume. Or is it because I just made that little change? Oh my goodness. What a strange world we live in. Yeah, well, you know, everything is maxed. Hang on, let me check one other place. Of course, I got stupid Windows 10. Every time they come out with a new version of the software, there's a different way of doing these things. I don't know. All right. So, anyways, there it is. Yeah, there it is, bro. Hopefully, it's not horrible. I'm pretty. I got a big mouth, so if I have to yell, I'll do it. How about that? Anyways, my name is Wayne McDonald. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist with TradersWay.com. Here to teach you what I can to help you become a success sooner than later, as soon as possible. You still have to do the blood, sweat, and tears for years, but at least you don't have to try to figure it out. I'm 13 years ahead of you, and I've put in the time, and I had to waste a lot of time trying to figure out basics. Luckily for you, your second year of trading will probably be like my 6th year of trading. All right, well, I'm going to have to plug the mic in. Here it comes. You asked for it. Here it comes. Everybody pray. Here it comes. Here it comes. Wait for it. 3, 2, Life is great. Life is grand. Life is good. Life is beautiful. Oh, gotta give what you got. Go to get what you get. It was going to be a problem. So is it better? Whoa, I think I was using this avatar. Yeah, I had to use a completely different browser. So I logged in again. So anyways, I changed the mic, didn't work. So I logged back in again using Chrome, still didn't work. So I had to like log in via Firefox, like completely different browser, different session, different everything to get it to work. So there you go. You asked for it. And you were playing with fire. Anyways, yeah. We do the session 7:30 in the morning, Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday, it's non-farm payrolls at FX Street. Glad to have you here. ADP later today. That's going to be the big news. So let's just go through our charts and then get ready for a scalp. Okay. So this is where we left off yesterday with crude oil. You guys remember the trade plan? 618 Fibonacci retracement, weekly M3, monthly something else. So we had a confluence of, I really got to back out here. This is a 4-hour chart. Here's the top of the move to the down to the move to the 618 of the move to the weekly M3 swing trade. And I believe there's a monthly in there as well as trading the range. So all I did, again, was exactly what we talked about. And if you go into the tiny little charts, remember we're talking, I even drew out little 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I think what happened is it came up here, this one, dropped. Maybe this one. I think it was this big candle. Okay. But notice that, look at, here's the actual line in the sand, 5407. Our top was like here and then here. So we're talking just pennies. Instantly stopped. Hit it again, instantly stopped. So somewhere here, pull the trigger. Even though our trade plan was based on a 4-hour chart or a daily chart, pull the trigger on a 5-minute. It's exactly right. This is exactly the trade plan we had yesterday. And remember, there's 2 moves here going on because one of them is a weekly and one is a monthly. Besides, I'm bearish on oil, right? Lovely to you, mum, right? So now I'm going to move my stop loss from break even. So I can move it down here, don't you think? So the worst I could possibly do is make $750. I only made $750. That's the best way to do it, right? So thank you for helping me set that up. Appreciate your help. Ryan's in on that one. Again. What was this one? I thought this was just the same. Oh yeah, here's the Sunday night one we did on euro dollar. So the swing, weekly M3, target down here in this cluster of psychs and pivots, weekly pivots, monthly pivots, all that kind of stuff. And that one is only 75 pips, I think, right? What is this? 106.20, 105.50. So 70 pips. Just moving along. It's not doing anything fast, but look, we already predicted that we would have trouble here, right? There's just, see, if I drag this further, okay, you see? So we're like, hey, we're going to have problems here. Look, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, then we're at the bottom end of it, here, 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 here. So we've been at this 106.50 area for like close to 24 hours. Yeah, well, it depends on the time, right, Ryan? So if you're down here, actually, I don't have to get out till 104.50. So you're saying 105.50. I don't have to get out till 104.50. And even then, if that happens next week, I don't have to get out at 104.50. So there's a time element too, right? Because next week I'll have those pivots. And then of course, you may want to look at monthly pivots as well, right? So if I wanted to, I could move my stop, right? After the first wave, I can move my stop here. Lower low, right? Lower high. Definitely makes a new lower low. So now I can move it down a little bit more, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. So I can move my stop even more. That locks in, it's only 25 pips. That's 30 pips right there, right? Based on, and if I really was scared, I could move it above this one, right? But I'm fine, whatever. But if it makes a new lower low, I can move my stop here or here, depending on what I want to do. Well, yeah, like I don't care, right, Ryan? It's just in this case, like one of the things I sometimes do or often do, and I don't recommend it for you or for anyone besides me, because this is what I do. It doesn't mean what you do. What I do is I often trade with no target because I like to make the decision. I know my rules. I am disciplined. So if we were down here on Monday or Tuesday, right, or even today, I would take profit. A lot of amateurs just wouldn't. A, they don't know to take profit, or B, they just don't have the discipline. Oh, it might fall farther. Oh, this might go to parity. Who cares? I remember I get asked many times about parity. I'm like, who cares about parity? It's like, what do you care about parity? I'm just trying to make money every day. I don't care if it's going to parity or if it's going back to 150. I just need to change my direction, right? So in any case, I often don't have targets because my goal is to let it run. Why would I want to get out? I want to get out when the market changes, right? So look at guys. How about this? All right, so I shorted here where I'm supposed to. Comes down to weekly M2. It might bounce here, right? Because this is a bullish entry. So what if it does this? Do I still want to be short? Yeah, so that's why my stop is there. I'm like, I don't want to be short in those market conditions. In fact, if it goes this high, I'll be out, right? Okay, but I'm hoping, let's say it does this, right? I'm okay with that, but I could take my profit right here, right now. I could, right? Is ADP going to be bad? No. So ADP is going to say, oh my gosh, non-farm payrolls is going to be good. And then if non-farm payrolls is going to be good, the Fed has to raise interest rates. Maybe they'll raise interest rates by 50 basis points and I just blah, 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 and then the dollar gets strong. I'm like, dude, I just shorted the weekly M3. mean, that's all it is. I did what I'm supposed to. Who cares about now? You know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I have no control over all of that. So what I have done here is I've moved my stop to lock in more than half my profit. No, or about half my profit, right? So if ADP comes out horrible or whatever, if euro dollar wants to skyrocket, I'll say that really sucks. That ruined my swing trade, right? But it shouldn't matter. What's supposed to happen, or according to your trade plan, anyways, is that this heads down to 101, let's say 105. Cool. That's it, right? That's it. Who cares? But I only want to get out when market conditions change. Do you understand that point? I'm not sure if I made it clear. But if I'm a bear and the market's bearish, why would I want to get out? I've already done the hard work. Do you understand the guts and the glory was here? What if this falls to 101? Because what if I'm in this next week and the Fed raises interest rates by 50 basis points or 25 basis points, but they say, get ready, the next meeting's live, it's hot. What if this is on our way to parity? Wouldn't you be embarrassed to only get 150 pips on this when it falls 600 pips? You're like, I'm such an idiot. I got out right as the Fed was raising interest rates. Well, how much harder do I have to work to make the 500 pips versus 150 pips? So my concern is this is a bottom here at 105. Okay, but right? But maybe a Fed meeting breaks that. You see the logic, guys? So I've done the work. I've locked in a small profit. MoveOn.com. Find something else to do. Why dwell on this stupid trade? I've already paid for the risk, right? Already got a small profit locked in. I mean, I don't even really feel comfortable moving it there. What do I need the 30 pips? I'd rather have the 500 pips, right? Whatever, right? So we'll see. And that's that. Any questions? My pleasure. Cream. Uh-huh. Yeah. What an amazing coincidence. By the way, sort of look at this sell zone here on Sunday, Monday. Look where it stopped falling. Amazing coincidence, isn't it? Now, for this to happen on a Wednesday, I don't feel that great about it on a Wednesday, but it happened. If that happened on a Tuesday, not a problem. If it happened on a Monday, not a problem. Wednesday, it's sort of an old trade, you know. But anyways, it fulfilled the move. So this starts first and foremost with profit taking, right? But there obviously are some bulls in here waiting to say, well, I want to buy it, but I can't buy it, until we head down there. But we also know there's a cluster issue going on, and this this had to do with the Ryan trade. Ryan, was it Aussie yen where you had that you bought at the monthly and didn't wait for the weekly? Kiwi? All right, let's go back to Kiwi. Thank you for that, Ryan. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. So you bought at M1 blind, right? Doesn't feel good now, huh? Down on the S2, we tickled the psych level. You kind of want to see the higher high, higher low, right? You notice how the downtrend issue is a big issue? Like, I'm trying to say it in English. Come on. Change it. Okay. You have an up week. What do you want to do in the next week? You want to buy the dip? Central pivot point, maybe? Okay. Doesn't go up as high the second week. Probably comes back down, roll reversal, M2. Okay. But the same trade in a situation like this, buying at the monthly M2, buying at monthly M1, buying at month, it's not quite the same, because at some point, and maybe it's just an issue of timing or time frame. At some point, what you really are supposed to be doing is this, not this. Okay, and the clue is the difference between this high and this low. Right? So quite drawing the way I want. Oops. Okay. So for example, if I may, and there is a bit of hindsight going on, so take it with a grain of salt. But I guess we're going to do an arrow. Okay. What's going on here? On the first day of the month. On the first day of the month, forex gave to me monthly central pivot. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Falling down to 80, da 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 da, right? So this isn't bullish, is it? And that's where you just go, you need to wait for the market to prove it to you. And I know it's a bit of hindsight. If you're a bull, you're a bull. But this is a bit of a clue, right? As well, because I think you bought it. You bought it M1, didn't you? You didn't buy it at M2. You bought it down here, right? One. Yeah. Yeah. So you're going for a counter trend and stuff. Either you're being too fast or being too cheeky, too quick, too fancy, or something. I'd be careful. I guess if you had bought like, yeah, no, see, it's hard either way. Like if you're playing your monthlies, right, and you're a bull, your buy zone. Let me do it in a different color. Let's do it in yellow now. Is that your buy zone is monthly M1 to a monthly M2, right? So once you're lower than this, it's probably a very good clue that the market conditions do not fit your bias. Like I have no problem with you being bullish on Kiwi yen. There's right. I'm sure you can argue it, and I could argue it. But it seems like you were fitting a square peg into a round hole, right? And you're like, well, counter trend trade, and so yeah, too much, man, too much. Let some humanity into your trades and think about what do these people want.
It's not like these rules are only ways to describe potential human behavior. Where would people actually buy? Where would people actually sell? And less of a hard and fast, you know, have to. Right? We're not talking about engineering, right? We're not talking about physics here, where you're like, well, that it has to go up now. We hit the M1, and so if you're going to buy a dip, and buying at M1, again, a counter trend trade early in the month, I don't have a problem with that. You better have some hardcore evidence that that's you're not alone, and I don't see it here, and I don't think you see it here either. And in fact, if the weekly central, sorry, if the monthly central is our top in a bearish market, is the market aggressively bearish or conservatively bearish? Yeah. So you don't want to fight that, my friend. Right? People want out of the kiwi. Right? That's so lesson learned, right? And we're still sort of, we even blew through the monthly support too, which isn't supposed to happen. But it'll be interesting. This might be interesting next week. Okay. At least a counter trend back into 80, or I would even say 81 at a bare minimum, right? But did you have anything else going on here? I don't I don't see it really. Maybe feel like I'm backfilling a bit. Yes. I don't know. Just be careful. You're smart. Swissy Kiwi. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you bet, bro. This was one I actually did like a couple of years ago, I think it was now, where we were talking about the double dip on the negative interest rates. I don't know how long ago that was. I think it was in here. I think I took this rally, didn't I? It's 60? I gotta remember this. I believe this is the one too where we're talking about how the best carry trades move sideways. Look at this pop and then sideways. That's actually what you want, guys, because that means low volatility. You just collect interest, right? Oh, Ryan, it will happen again, right? So just, just when you're doing your analysis, confirm that the market conditions are the same as your bias. And I don't have a problem with you being aggressive off like the M1, for example, but I don't see your entry. It seems like it was a bet you to go up. So just, I would rather you bet that way on an uptrend. I'll bet you M2 holds. This goes to M4, right? That kind of stuff, because it's been doing that for week after week after week, but not in a downtrend. That's all. It's not a bad trade. You just suck. You're all strategy, no tactics. That's all. Hey, don't worry. Most armies are all tactics and no strategy because of the politicians. All right. So, anyways, Kiwi Swissy, great, great. I can see the move, top of a range, right? Takes a real rocket surgeon to figure this out. Sell that. Where's the support? stuff going on in here. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. So if you sell now, you're in for a world of hurt. It's going to get ugly. Yeah. This is a buy. This was supposed to be a counter trend trade. Oh, vey. Nah, this is ugly. Ugly. I like the way you trade. Mm-hmm. All right, so here's sell zone. Here's take profit zone. Blew through that. Okay. Supposed to get a counter trend. Didn't get a counter trend. I would have to imagine this is redonkulously oversold. And the 70, 70, 30 to 70. Oh my God. Look at that. Weekly M1. 0.699995. Here's my guess. Okay. Here's my guess. If you don't mind me guessing, how about I use a drawing tool? Be my guest, put my trading to the test. All right. How about this? You ready? Oh. But like we just uncovered with Ryan, you better have some evidence that you're not gambling. You need to see other people involved. So when we're down in this yellow zone, and particularly the green zone, the green and gold zone, you should probably be on your 1 or your 5. Oh, thank you, Kareem. Oh, oy vey, hang on. Oh, my God. What do you want to, hang on, clear. 2-minute warning, huh? Don't give me too much time. All right. Can't get audio because this needs flash, and apparently Firefox doesn't have flash. Well, look at that pig take off, huh? Beast. CAD hitting M4. Whoop. 298. Oh my gosh. 298. Holy smokes. Last month revised up from 246 to 261. Oh, it's hot to go. That's ridiculous. That's going to kill my oil or what? Nothing happening on my euro. Nothing significant anyways. Made 10 pips on my euro. Oil still sitting around the same price. All right. It's really exciting for the Golden Girls, but, you know, we're long-term traders, so not a problem for us. Look at the bounce at the peso. Huh? Could be it, huh? Now, of course, if you were going to trade it like it was trending, you'd get ready to sell. But I don't want to do that because this line here shows when I want to sell. See, even though this was falling, I probably wouldn't sell it. Here's when I'd sell it. I even have it marked in yellow if I drop into a smaller time frame. I'm like, this is where it's going to fall. Now that's over, right? I'm just wondering, too, if we change the template, look for clusters. Did it bottom out at a pivot? At a pivot cluster. Look at that. Could be important, right? M2, S1. Monthly support. weekly support. So now you can swing it up here. Oh, look at this confluence. WM4 monthly central. That is sick. Oh, boom, shakalaka. What a great number, huh? We almost hit the 300. Holy smokes, the Fed's going to have to raise. We're going to have to go to parity. Everyone's going to freak out. Let me tell you, nothing's going to change. But everybody's going to freak out. There's going to be so much to talk about the next 3 days. How exciting. Right. Tell you what, time to send a press release. If you're a money manager, you send out a press release and you say something crazy. Interest rates going to 10%. Euro blah, whatever. And then you find yourself on CNBC tomorrow. Wow, how about that, huh? It's pretty hardcore for a MAR meeting. So they're raising interest rates, let's say here. What are we going to say? 70, 100. So it's 1%. And in May, it's still 1%. June, 50% hike. That's what it's reading. So 0.25% next week. May, not going to happen. June, they do another 0.25%. Now the next big one's going to be the SEP and the DEES. And 25% chance we'll be at 150 by then. By DEES, still 150 is being priced in. But watch this. I think this is going to shift. Well, March wasn't priced in 3 weeks ago. Do you remember that? Oh, yeah, right. So this has changed. No, Ryan, if you really do like this, you can really get into this tool and read into it, like get into the formula. I mean, I think I discuss it in the fundies course, right? I get into it a little bit about how all this is calculated. But you can certainly go even farther. How many people have taken the fundamentals course at FX Bootcamp? No. This isn't governmental. This is market based. Yeah, Danny has? Cool. Alan, yeah, absolutely. Hey, you guys want to do a get together somewhere in the world? If I was in Hong Kong and I put like a few hours together and we like hung out at the Ritz-Carlton in Hong Kong or something, would you guys fly out? Yeah, just hang out for drinks and a cigar. If you're in South Africa, by the way, do not order a Manhattan. Ryan and I are sitting at this nice place, cool vibe and everything, leather chairs and big mirrors, and it was dark. And the music was a bit loud, but you know, I'm an old man. And we light up our cigars, and a waiter comes over, and what would you like? And oh, Manhattan. And it comes back. We're like, what the hell is this? It's Manhattan. The guy just totally made it up. I'm like, it tastes like bat urine. What do you mean this is? Yeah, Ryan's like, that ain't gonna do. He just picks up this drink and he walks over there. He's right at the bar. This is bullshit. That's what Manhattan. It was pretty funny though. Ryan's a good guy. So Hoya would like to do it where you establish and yeah, well, you know, there are lots of places I would recommend for that. I know a great place in the Caribbean. Uh, it's where I met with the government, all that kind of stuff. Right, the central bank and all that kind of stuff. So since I know the central bankers and the government officials, and I got some projects that'll probably be going on through there, I can certainly introduce you. So, anyways, the tallest bar in the world. Is that right? It's got the tallest everything. Yeah. So honestly, if we were in Hong Kong in like 2 weeks or 1 week or week and a half, would anyone fly out? I know Daniel's going to be there. Anyone just want to meet up? Just like hang out at a bar, have a few drinks, a cigar. Yeah, Rudy. So yeah, so we've met with the ECCB. My voice can't be fading out. I have $1,000 microphone on. We've messed with everything. But anyways, so let's just. So it looks like not a lot of people are gonna. Yeah, look, it takes me 33 hours to get there, right, Dan? Right, and by the way, Dan was 10-hour flight. I have flown to Abu Dhabi for lunch and flown back. So 10 hours is chump change, right? Like, so anyways, so if you could do it, just, I don't know, maybe you can combine it with some other things too, but anyways, it can be done. It's just a thought. I think what will happen is Daniel and I will paint it down red. Yeah. We'll go to Outback Steakhouse. What did you do in Hong Kong? Oh, we went to Outback Steakhouse. It was great. Scotland. Yeah, I need to go to Scotland too, Richard. Anyways, so anyways, things are happening here. The Fed funds rate. I don't know how I got so distracted. I'm sorry. I thought I slept in last night when I was supposed to have I was trying to get some personal time. I'm like, I just want to sit, watch some TV, drink some beer, be like a normal person. And all of a sudden I wake up in the middle of the night. My head is like, my neck is broken. I'm sitting there with a half empty beer. Like, I didn't even get to enjoy my damn beer. It sucks. Well, the dot plot is I don't know if I like the dot plot. I don't think anybody likes the dot plot anymore, and it's misused and misunderstood. But just to discuss it, the dot plot is done by members of the FOMC, and I think it's voting and non-voting. But it's a way for them to put down what they think might happen in the future according to their best guess. So then they put these dots. So they're like, yeah, I think we should, interest rates in 3 months will be here, in 6 months will be here, in a year, 2 years, and all that kind of stuff. And they put dots where they think the interest rates are going to be, kind of like what I just did with the Fed funds futures rates, right? So the problem is they don't consider them guidance. So then I don't understand why they do it. And I think it used to be internal, but now it's released. And then they say, well, no, the dot plots say 4, but we haven't made that decision. And so it's a very confusing thing. And right now it's troublesome. And I would guess in the next 5 years, and it could be 2 years, but I think what will happen is Janet Yellen's going to be fired, and we'll put someone else in there, and they would probably start doing things like killing them. Okay. So hopefully Trump puts in somebody smart, someone already in the Fed system. Okay. President Carter in 1977, maybe it was. I'm trying to think, I was only 4, but I was pretty hardcore on macro at that time. And so Carter puts in some dude, not an economist, not a central banker, some dude, I forget who he was, but not a central banker. Maybe a Wall Street guy, maybe a government guy, I can't remember, but not a central banker, not an economist. And of course, what he did wasn't effective, and maybe even harmful. Inflation went through the roof, right? And what happened to Carter? One termer. Yeah, well, the microphone is almost touching my lips. So it must be some weird noise canceling. Yeah, all right, so I'll keep it there. So anyways, Jimmy Carter puts this guy in, inflation goes out of control, and Jimmy Carter loses the election to Ronald Reagan. And Republicans will tell you Ronald Reagan is a genius. Republicans will tell you that Ronald Reagan is a savior. Ronald Reagan, to the Republicans, is almost a messiah. He's much bigger as a man now, as he's being dead, than he was at the time. Because if you actually study the facts, at the time, people hated Reagan. You had to be there. It's hard to believe now because Republicans think he's like made out of gold. Oh, Ronald Reagan, the greatest president of all time. People didn't like him. What are you talking about? So who brought on the bull rally? Who killed inflation? Who made America great again? Paul Volcker. Thank you, Daniel. Here's what Paul Volcker said. I am going to crash the economy. Okay. And back then, there was no guidance whatsoever, no dot plots. There was no, there wasn't even, I don't think there was even press conferences or even interest rate announcements. Can you imagine back then? The way you found out that the Fed changed interest rates is by seeing interest rates move in the open market. They wouldn't even tell you. People would go, "Oh my God, what just happened?" Oh, Volcker, the Fed just killed some. Can you imagine? That's where we were. And then you ask the head of the Fed, the chairman of the Fed, and he's like, "Well, yeah, maybe." Did you change your policy? Yeah, well, we might be trying something new. It might work, it might not. But yeah, like seriously. Oh no, they had a dual mandate. They just didn't tell you what they were doing. Even if they changed what they were doing, even if they raised interest rates, they didn't even tell you. You had to figure it out. Like, and what if it was 0.75% hike? What if they jacked up interest rates 1% next week? See, what they do now is they have to tell you for 2 or 3 months. Then they raise by a quarter point. 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 And they probably do it every other meeting. They raise, they pause, they raise, they pause, always by a quarter percent. And which means as a Wall Streeter, the Fed is not going to screw you over, for lack of a better word, pardon my French. So therefore, you can gamble and leverage as much as you want, because the Fed's not going to like just surprise you and say, "Oh, by the way, interest rates didn't go up a quarter percent; they went up a whole percent," and you're like, "Oh my gosh!" Right? Okay. So, but back then they could, and they wouldn't even tell you. So back then you couldn't leverage up very much because you didn't know what the Fed was going to do. And if you were long going the wrong way and the Fed just jacked the market by a full percentage point, you could lose your shirt on a trade at any moment because there wasn't even meetings. They could do it just today. And you're like, there's no Fed meeting today. The Fed meeting's next week. Doesn't matter. It could be any time, today, tomorrow. It could be any amount. You wouldn't even know. You'd come into the office and your trades are losing money. And you're like, what just happened? Oh, nobody knows, but we think the Fed raised interest rates. So anyways, Volcker significantly raised interest rates to like 15, 20%. And he did it fast. And the economy just crashed. What happened to inflation? Two years later, inflation's completely gone. The United States have been mired in inflation for a decade. Volcker came in and killed it in less than 2 years and then rebuilt the economy. So, as a foreigner in this land of America, but as a student of economics and history, I would venture to say Ronald Reagan wasn't made out of gold. Ronald Reagan wasn't the greatest president in the history of mankind. But Paul Volcker saved America. And the boom of the 80s, the bull rally of the 80s, had to do with the Paul Volcker resetting the economy and paying no attention to politics whatsoever. Because a politician would never purposely crash the economy. So Paul Volcker, by the way, this guy is like 7'3", 900 pounds, made out of probably gold. He's a big man. And he comes in and he's like, "I'm going to crash this economy. It's the right thing to do. And I don't care, Mr. President. Get the heck out of my way." But he did it. Well, I think it was like one of these guys where they're like, "Would you like to be the president of the Federal Reserve or the chairman of the Federal Reserve and the Board of Governors?" And you're thinking, this is my opportunity to make a difference and to be known the rest of my life. This is what's going to define my history, my time on the planet. And he did something brave and productive. Amazing the power of one person, huh? Took down the world's largest economy for 2 years and then built it back up. Chutzpah, I think they say. So he did something awesome. Anyways, productivity is less than expected. Labor cost more than expected. Okay, interesting. Well, someone just bought the W in Hollywood. That's interesting. All right. What else is going on? I mean, what else is there to do today? Check my positions. Look, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Ay, 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 ay. Very exciting. Well, have I done USD CAD? Yes, I showed you crude oil. Okay. Oil's falling. That means two things. It's going to hurt Canada, and it may be because of an appreciation of the US dollar. Okay. So, therefore, there should be, in most circumstances, an inverse correlation between crude oil and USD CAD. Therefore, if USD CAD is, or sorry, if oil is falling, USD CAD should be rising. Oh, okay. So if I show you oil, I mean, you already know CAD. Okay. Okay. You see this yellow? This is me doing the monthly swing trade plan. Okay, this is the beginning of the month. Okay, so for bulls, you got monthly central all the way down to monthly M2. Okay, so there's the buy zone. Where's the target? So a bull would say the lower X to the left is the projected low for the month, and the X high to the right is the projected top for the month. Interesting, huh? It's only analysis, bro. It's only analysis. And you can see that besides that, there's not a lot of opportunity, right? But going back to oil, you see the monthly swing here? Okay. This is where we were. The trade is down all month. Okay. And CAD has done the same. Now, USD CAD, because there's two things involved, not just oil, there's CAD and dollar. It went up and then sort of slowly curved, right? And we'll probably roll over. There'll be some CAD strength or dollar weakness coming soon, maybe, or we'll blow through these pivots, which would happen around a Fed meeting, right? Let's just clean some of this up. That's about right. Don't need this anymore. That anymore. Right. And yeah, one is a weekly target, one is a monthly target. Cool. All right. So if this is heading down to here, USD CAD should go up. But remember, there's two things in a currency pair and only one thing in a commodity. Sort of. I guess this is oil prices in dollars, so dollar is reflected. So I'm just saying, be careful. Gold, you want to do some gold? All right. Okay. Gold wasn't a good trade this week because if you were a bear, it was supposed to come a little higher. I mean, it did do the role reversal here, but I still would have liked to have it a little higher before it fell. And then if you were watching this as a bull on Monday, you were looking for an opportunity for this to go up, like a 5A cross up, for example. But you can see it never happened. So the market is very, very bearish, which is fine to me because I'm a bear on gold, right? And I've been a bear on gold for forever, right? So just this week wasn't a great scenario unless you were super aggressive. You made decisions based on more than just pivot points, which is, obviously you're supposed to do. But it would have been nice to have it come up a little more for it to fall more. Okay. So there may be a counter trend trade. If you're a bull, you don't care about any of this. If you're a bull, you're going to look for this. Again, that says dollar strength, or I mean dollar weakness. Well, non-farm payrolls maybe produces your dollar weakness. Maybe there's too many people long dollar right now going into the Fed, so maybe they take some out now and then they wait for the Fed. I mean, there's a lot of potential or logic in there, and you're going to need to make decisions. Okay, how do you what direction do you want to be? Like gold, for example, is the anti-dollar, right? So do you want to be short US dollar going into non-farm payrolls after a ripper strong ADP? Well, it might be buy the rumor, sell the news. So maybe it's after, right? Maybe it's after FOMC or after NFP that you short, or maybe you short now and then get out before non-farm payrolls. And then how do you want to be positioned before the announcement on Wednesday? Once again, some questions that you need to ponder. Okay? Rob says he's a long-term bull on gold. Great, fine. So you have to ask yourself, where are you willing to buy it? You might want to buy it a little closer to 1,200. And after that, right? After that, that didn't work out. I thought I'd fix that one. Doesn't look like it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to fix it right here, right now. Get on with it, boy. Let's get her done. All right, so I am going to go to templates. Oh, wait. Let's do some MT4, huh? You ready for an MT4 tip and trick indicator? Now I am going to change weekly to monthly. So yeah. Let's get rid of this. All right, now these are monthly pivots, but I'm on a weekly template. So I have to go to template, save this template, and what do I want to call it? FX Bootcamp pivots monthly, save, overwrite. Oh yeah! Now I got that saved for the next time. Cool. What do you stink, boy? Look at that. Monthly support. Oh, yeah. All right. So where, as a bull on gold, would you want to buy? And you need to start thinking about these things now. Okay. I think we could be on to 1188. Fairly easy. Cream, you have to make your own decision. Sure, whatever. Why not own physical gold? Yeah, your call. It's got carrying costs. But I'd rather own it at 600 than 1200. I remember, and I've told this story many times, so we'll end with it, and I won't make it a long one, but I remember walking around a trading expo with a bullhorn and a microphone. I guess I didn't. I did have. I had a bullhorn, and I had this huge chart, and I did a whole presentation, but I had a huge chart up on like a projector or something, and I'm on the floor of the trade show, not in a speaking room or a seminar room. I'm on the floor of a trading expo with this giant screen behind me and a bullhorn, and I'm begging people, I'm imploring people, I'm yelling at people to buy gold at $650. Yeah, that's where the price is, $650. And I did a big speech. It was a big part of boot camp history. Now I think all the people that were around are long gone, because this was over 10 years ago, I believe. But there was a big speech where normally I did technical analysis every day, but this is where I kind of was venturing into fundamental analysis. And instead of talking about charts for 3 hours, I did a presentation, and people remember it because I told people to fill their closets full of gold, fill their swimming pools full of crude oil. And oil was like $40 a barrel. Gold was like 400. No, it was great. It was the first fundamental call I ever made. The people remembered it for many years. They're like, "Oh, that was epic, right?" Yeah, well, you get the point, though, right, Rich? They're like, "Yeah, listen to Wayne. I filled my pool full of oil. It totally screwed up my pool." Yeah. I don't know. I took this webinar. I thought it was cool to punch little children in the face. Wayne told me so. And Ryan, you're like, not WTF, WTI. Yeah. So, anyways, I gotta go. I'm babbling on. I'm super tired. I want to crawl into a little ball and cry myself to sleep. Let's see if anything's happened to these trades. Nothing's happened to the trades. Yeah. Working hard though. Working hard. So, anyways, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Oh my God. Ugh. I need a masseuse. All right, smell you later, guys. Tomorrow is what, a Thursday? Dirty Thursday? Oh, we got a year. It must be this ECB Thursday, huh? Is that what we got going on tomorrow? ECB Thursday? I'll tell you what, they're probably going to tell us how great everything is. Not to worry. Everything's good. Of course I'm doing non-farm payrolls on Friday, Ojo. Been doing them I'm coming up to 11 years, aren't I? Yeah. So, all right. Take care, everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you for being on the team. Thank you for being a client to Traders Way. Thank you for posting your trade plans at forex.today. Thank you for commenting and leaving feedback for those that are posting trade plans on forex.today. And if you don't do any of that, you're just lame. You should fully appreciate that. You're not a client of Traders Way. You're not leaving trade plans on forex.today. You're not leaving feedback and comments for those that are posting trade plans on, and you're just lurking and you're just hanging out and basically stealing information and not participating in the community. Then I think your mother would just be horribly disappointed. I mean, how embarrassing for those around you, right? I wouldn't feel good about that. So take care, everybody. Have a pleasant day. Cheers.